Hello everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast as part of this Loop, as part of the Loop Remit, part of the Loop Remit series. And this audio podcast is part of the Labostix Bloca. This audio podcast is part of the Labostix View. This audio podcast is part of a Storm Labostix production. In this audio podcast, there will be an overview in and around some of the findings and the analyses around this works. So the RPSG posted the RPSG team at the time had posted five varying questions linked to discrimination and ignorance between September 2014 and October 2014. And as part of the findings and the analyses, there were 31 comments. So 31 comments and 31 comments posted and analyses helped derive two main themes. So theme one was in regards to lack of awareness, education, and understanding, and theme two was in regards to disease sensitivity and lived experience. So in around in around in around the the analyses upon the analyses in part of the as part of the initial theme part of the initial theme around lack of awareness, education, and understanding. The comments were as thus. So comment one was, yes, there is a lot of ignorance out there. Even with the awareness, I face various ongoing obstacles, even with family members as well. Absolutely. Comment two was, I have found it hard in the past when looking for work, having to work around dialysis lack of understanding and knowledge of what renal failure is, and because physically you don't look unwell. People think that you are over exaggerating, and it's not always strangers; it's family as well. One of the best one of the best ones that one member had one member had posted was, do you have to go on in 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 regards to in regard to their treatment modality, or their treatment in regard to their treatment modality. The comment was, do you have to go in? It's a bank holiday, or it's Christmas. Do you still have to have dialysis? And that is after 18 years. Comment three. I wouldn't suggest discrimination, because I feel that it implies an intention to being mean. However, I'm sure my peer group simply don't understand what CKD means, despite my attempts at educating them. Comment four. Comment four and comment four was in this as part of this was, a lack of knowledge or awareness leads to ignorance and discrimination. But to some extent, I would disagree with being mean. Discrimination also equates to inequality. So basically, if you have a long-term condition or long-standing condition, you are of a certain race or color, and certain age, a certain height, and you'll find it a challenge to, number one, progress, number two, lead a comfortable life, and three, to be viewed as equal or normal, whatever the means. And so in around theme two, and disease sensitivity and lived experience, the first comment, I think is quite interesting that on applications for most openings, have the applicant to tick various boxes, but think this is actually more unfair because employer can technically see more of the applicant's background and thus there could be a selection bias in recruiting, in work, etc., and leading to indirect discrimination. And I don't see a point in all the extra sort of tick. Don't see a point in all the extra tick boxes. In around the second comment around the second comment, I think it varies in its nature from country to country and also from organization to organization, as well as individuals. My guess is that humans are essentially tribal and have a natural tendency to favor their own, which I suspect is by definition discrimination. The third comment on the third comment here, the third comment, worst treatment by insurance companies for something for which you bear no fault or responsibility is certainly a form of discrimination, in my opinion. In around the fourth comment in this theme, I was told by my former manager the reason I didn't get a promotion is because I was sick, and they thought that I wouldn't handle it. After I informed them sternly about my rights, my ability, and clarified the ins and outs of the Discrimination Act, I swiftly got and pay rise. And in around the fifth and final comment, as part of this theme, I'm also where someone had posted this comment. I'm also a manic depressive bipolar, and I have been discriminated against for that. Even these days, people are just clever at doing it in subtle ways. I now work to combat discrimination against psychiatric patients, and there's a long way to go. So these were some of the comments that came out of the comments, some of the comments that were posted as part of the as part of the as part of in part of answering or responding to the five different questions. There were 31 comments altogether. However, just a few comments have been put forward as part of the peer review works under these two themes. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This has been an audio podcast as part of the Loope Remit series. This audio podcast is part of the Labostix Bloca. This audio podcast is part of the Labostix View. This audio podcast is part of the Storm Labostix production.